Hello and welcome to the Knitting in Them podcast. Today is Thursday, 28th of September, and my podcast. I have my 1 year anniversary, potterversary from my knitting podcast. Last year I started at 26 September, and I started only in Dutch. The first 6 months, I think I did it only in Dutch, and in the summer of in the spring I started also the English podcast. So today I will welcome you. I have a lot of new subscribers. I passed the 500 subscribers, so that's very good. I have a coffee, of course, so I take a sip of my coffee. And one of my favorite London mugs on the moment, and the size of the mug I love also because it's good for our Dutch Nespresso cups. Nespresso, coffee makers we have. You have the aluminium cups, and that's what I use for making my coffee normally. And I have a lekkere kopje water, a mug of water in my full mug. So that's what I have today. So if you on the couch with a knitting or a crochet work, I say take something to drink and enjoy my podcast. And I will tell you everything about what I made, what I worked on last week. And I had a little surprise today, because what I'm wearing, I am wearing my red lace weight shawl. Last year I knitted this shawl with one strand of cetasuri, that's from Lana Grossa. It's really thin, but I love this color red, so I decided to make a long shawl with it. I knitted this, I think, on needle 3.5. It was a lot of work. The fabric knits up really nice. My eldest sister said, "Oh, I like the shawl, I want it too, but it's so many work." So I said, "I don't promise you to make you another one, because it took me a very long while to knit the shawl. And at first I thought I make it very long and I do it 3 times around my neck. But after a while I think I'm done with it. I seam the pieces together and I'm going to use it as a cowl, a double cowl, so like this. And then I was very happy. In the Dutch podcast I have told about this in the beginning. Very happy that it was finally done, and it looks nice because I always wear black and I love this red color, so that's good. And when you are cold in the house or you're going on a bike to the grocery, to the shops, you can put it easily on. But I used it one time, and when I came back home, I couldn't find my red shawl. A few days later, I thought, "Where's my shawl? I didn't see it anymore." And I looked everywhere, and I didn't find it. And I was afraid that I had lost it in the shop. I went back to the shop and I asked, did you find a red shawl? But nobody did. And now I was taking something else from my hoe zeg je dat in Engels? Where you put your coats on in the hall where you come in. I took something off and there were a few things falling down, and what was on the ground? My red shawl! So it was a pleasant surprise. I just found it, so I'm very happy that I found it again, because I liked the color so much, and it's really soft. It's cetasuri from Lana Grossa, and I think it's alpaca silk, I think. I don't have the ball band here. Somewhere I have it, but I don't have it here, so maybe you Google it. So I'm very happy and surprised that I found my shawl back after a year. I think last year, I think in November or so, I finally finished this, and I'm very happy that I found it again. What a nice surprise. So that's what's going on now. I'm a little bit tired because I already did the Dutch podcast episode, and I sit on a chair, a little bit a hard chair, and my back always hurts when I sit too long on that chair. So hopefully I will succeed this episode. No, of course I will succeed. So I'm going to take my shawl off now. It's too warm. In the Netherlands it's still about 20 degrees. Yesterday it was 24. A little bit too hot. But the weather is super nice. It's not raining, and that's also very fine. So it's too hot for a shawl today. But last week when I was on my bike to my boyfriend, it was really cold in the morning. My hands were so cold, and that was the moment that I thought, I have to make some mittens. It's almost 2 years that I want to make mittens, and I don't do it. And I had the pattern, of course, from the world's simplest mittens from Tink and Knits. So when I came home, I thought I have to make them now. No longer wait with it, because next week I'm starting my new job and I have to cycle a lot. So I need new mittens. So what did I make? I make them in the first one I made in one day on Sunday. I think it took me the whole Sunday to start with the cuff. It's a 1x1 rib. And in the evening it was ready. And the second one I did this week. So I'm very happy that I did it. They fit very well. I had to do the top twice because it was too short, so I did it again, and now it's good. And they're really nice. It's DK weight. I used these two are 2 strands of yarn held together, and this one is an 8-vacht from Opal, from socks that I knitted, Opal wilde winter socks. And this is also the Shoppel wolle, the same as this. And I chose to do the cuff with 2 yarns held together. So it's a DK weight mitten because it's warmer, and sometimes in the morning it's really, really cold. And it was like a scrap yarn. It was all leftovers from what I have in stash. And I think they're really nice. The colors here are a little bit darker because here was more black. But it's the same ball of Shoppel wolle. So if you never knitted this type of mittens, it's really easy. The pattern says it really clear, and I'm really happy with them. So that's my first finished object for today. Then I finished my online socks, DK 6-ply socks. I showed it last week that this was the second sock, that was the first sock. And it's a really nice yarn, it's really soft and knitted very quickly. If you only knit on this, I think you can make a pair of socks in 2 days, 2 or 3 days. I knit these on 3.5mm needles, and this is what's left of the ball. It's really a lot, and I put it on a scale, and it's more than the 2 socks I already knitted. So you can catch 2 pairs of socks out of this ball. The ball was a little bit expensive, €16.95. So I thought, it's not really cheap. But now I understand why, because you can get 2 pairs of socks from this lovely ball. And they're really, really soft. I don't think I have the ball band here, no, but I showed that in previous videos, so if you like to, you can look it up online. 6-vacht 6-ply yarn. So that's my second finished object. That was more finished objects I don't have. I have a few whips, and I have a few whips that I want to finish, but one didn't work. And that is the Oslo hat. In my lovely bag from Loop London. Bought this pattern in London, at Loop London, in January when I was there. Oh. This is the Oslo hat. And when I started this hat, I thought, oh, it's a quick knit, but it isn't. This one is taking me a little bit long. Maybe it's because I knit not monogamously on this one, but it's a really, really long knit. But I did some centimeters this week. I thought last week I was here 6. Oh, where I did a progress keeper in it, of course. Last week I was here, and now I did this this week, but I'm still not on the 15 centimeters. And when I've got 15 centimeters, I can start the decreases. And then the end will be inside. I have a little bit of a, how do you say that? It's not fitting. But I think when you turn it around, nobody will see that. I thought it's a nice knit, but really, it's taking me really long, and it's really boring because it's in one color, and I like the end product, of course, but I don't like to knit in one color. It's always taking me longer than I want. So hopefully the next podcast in about 2 weeks, you will see from me. I finished this hat, and I'm starting with that I'm going to wear it. That's my goal. Hopefully it will succeed. So yeah. So sorry, that was a little pause. And then I'm knitting on my, I call it my Halloween sock because I like the colors. It's a little bit Halloweenish. This is another nice progress keeper. I bought them last year when I bought a bag from Birdie and Puppet. And the last time I showed this sock, I was at the heel flap. And I used the tip that Lisa from 72 Stitches said in her podcast, that when you're knitting self-striping yarn or like this, then the tip was to knit the heel flap with the inside of the ball. And I thought, yes, that's what I'm going to do, because then the stripes will go on, and then the heel flap is another color. So I took the inside out, and I did that, and I think it's really crisp and clean looking. So I'm really happy that I did that, and I will do it with the second sock, of course. This yarn is from Long Yarns. It's living in my fall bag, lovely, from Birdie and Puppet. I showed that before. When you think, oh, I like this yarn, this is the yarn I use. This is Super Socks from Long Yarns, Jungle Socks. They call Jungle Socks. I call them Halloween socks. And I knit it on 2.25 millimeter needles. That's what I like to do now with all my socks. I'm changing my style. At first I did 2.5, and I started with 72 stitches, but it's too much for me. Now I'm doing 64 stitches on 2.25, and that's a really knit sock. Nice, I think. And I'm doing the heel flap and gusset again, and starting at the cuff. Sometimes I start at the toe, and then I'm using the shadow up short row heel, because that's what I can do, what I like to do. So this was the first one. I'm hoping to finish this week and then start the next one. But you see that maybe in the next video. So that is one sock on my needles. Active sock. I show you only this week I show you only the things I actively knitted on. I have a lot of whips. The most whips I knit on actively, and some whips are longer lying, but that's okay. I'm not, I don't mind, but I have in my book, I have made a list. This is my book. What I have on the needles and what I want to knit on actively and what is a longer lying whip. I forgot to tell that in my Dutch video, I think. No, maybe they'll watch this video also. So this is the whole list for what I've got on the needles. I think I had counted 15 whips, but 4 of them are blankets, so that's longer. The memory blanket, the Granny Stripes blanket, the Northeasterly blanket, and the litmus caul. Those 4 are longer lying whips. That's okay. Then I have a few whips that I tell you in about. Yeah, I can tell you. The Gallus shawl is on the active whip. The DRK Everyday caul is active. The Cargill caul is not active, but I want to knit on that when the Oslo hat is ready. The Melting Mal shawl is a longer lying whip. That's okay. And then we have the Trui van Toen. I'll show you that in a moment. And the confetti sweater. Trui. I said trui, sorry, it's sweater. It's the sweater from back in the days and the confetti sweater. These 2 are active whips. I show you the sweater from back in the days in a few minutes. And the Oslo hat. And the rest is socks. I have the Halloween socks from Langyarn, the wool hobby socks, and a pair of scrappy socks. And another longer lying whip sock on the needles. So in totally I got 15 whips. It's a lot, but this helps me to see what do I prefer to do, and the ones that not striped, that's okay that it takes longer. It's not a when I feel like it, I'm knitting on it. So that's a little tip maybe for you to do, that you clear your head. You know, okay, that's what I've got. That is what I want to do, and the rest is okay that it's sleeping for a while. Because sometimes your head is full. What happened? Oh, the needles, and oh shit, that's also another whip. So I made this list this week, and it helps me. It helps me because now it's out of my head. It's in my book. And when something is ready, I stripe it off, and sometimes you cast on new things. But you see progress in your whips. That's a tip from me to you. So that's, I don't know when, I think this weekend I started another scrappy sock with all the little purple and grey and pink colors. The most of the colors I used in my Guatemala vest, so I thought maybe it's nice to make scrappy socks of this. I'm at the point that I can start the heel flap, but this sock is not in a hurry. It's not, when I feel like it, I will put a few colors and then I'm putting it away. Also, again, on 2.25 millimeter needles. I've got 2 sets now, and 1 set in 15 centimeters. So I've got 3 sets of the 2.25 now, and that's okay. I'm always knitting on DPNs. That's what I like to do. So that's another whip, and I have it in my sweet bags, my fall bags from Birdie and Puppet. I bought these last year. This one is with the foxes in the woods, so nice. And this one is with the gnomes and the pumpkins. Hoe zeg je dat eigenlijk? Nou ja, pompoenen zeggen we in het Nederlands. And here are all the scraps for the socks, but it doesn't fit in these 2 bags. So my socks don't fit in. I put them in my on my desk. So that's nice, and I love these bags. If you don't know her yet, I can hardly imagine Birdie and Puppet. She's on Etsy, And there I bought last year the nice progress keepers also. These little pumpkin. Super nice. So that's what's on my needles for the socks. I want to cast on a new sock very soon, but I didn't do that yet. I knitted my sneaker socks. I showed it in the previous videos, I think 2 episodes ago, and they're very, very good fitting, and I wore them 2 weeks already. They have to go in the wash machine today, but they're fitting so well, and I knitted that on 2mm needles. So I will cast on another pair, and I think I'm going to use this color. I have bought it last year, Lana Grossa. This is colorway 5213. It's a little bit fall colors, darker red, yellow. So I think I'm going to start that today, because the sneaker socks are very, very much used, and I love it. So that's in my handmade. I made this myself with a little box bottom. I think I made it a year ago, I don't know anymore, with a pink dotted lining and a drawstring. This fabric was for a tablecloth, but I didn't use it as a tablecloth, so I thought I'd make a project bag of it. So that's the plan. That these will cast on this week, and even denk hoor. I also knitted a little bit. I did a few rows on my confetti sweater. It's growing. It's very, very colorful, and this sweater will get the gray is going to be on the top. I use the pattern from the Weekender from Andrea Mowry, but I don't do the slip stitch, and I think I'm not going to wear it reversed, but maybe that's what I do. I decide that later. And my so this piece is very colorful, and then the plan is to knit the sleeves only in black, because otherwise it's such a colorful thing, and I don't know if I'm going to wear it. And when the sleeves are black, yeah, I made that up myself. The minis I use for this sweater, I had in my stash. I bought it last year at West Yarn in Holland. So I've got 10 of these. Yeah, she called it Easter eggs. So very nice, and I think I'm on the half of the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm knitting on the 6th color, and I've got 10. So 10 colors, and then you get the cuff here. It's going to be in this, and that I use 2 strands of yarn for. One I bought, the gray one I bought at Stranded Dye Works from the lovely Jude. I ordered it last year. This is the ball band, and this is color Cornerstone, and it's got nice little speckles in it, and I held it together with this yarn. This is from Wol met Verven with the pink light colors. Even kijken, heb ik die dan ook nog? Nee. I think I don't have the ball band here for which colorway it is. Even zoeken hoor. Nee, sorry, that is what I don't have. But when you held them together, it's giving a very nice, nice look. I think it's really nice. So that is what's coming on top. And then the sleeves. But I'm not in a hurry with this sweater. Maybe, I knit on this every week, a few hours. Yeah, so that's what I'm actively working on. Then I have a whip from 2 years ago, people always say, "Oh, you're so fast," and but I am fast. I don't think I'm knitting fast, but when I like to knit on a project, I'm going to go on with it, and then it's in 5 weeks or so, it's done. Like the first night, I did 5 or 6 weeks. Now, I can knit fast, but it's not. Some projects you take faster, and you think, ah, la la, and that's not going to give you any effort or so. It's going een beetje vanzelf. But 2 years ago, I thought I wanted to knit a sweater. And when I was a young child, I think a year of 11, 12, my mother always knitted sweaters. And then I said, I want to knit a sweater also. So back then I bought a black acrylic yarn with grey. And I wanted to knit a sweater, but I couldn't do the cuff with a round edging. That was too hard for me, so I did a boat neck. In the 80s, that was in the start of the 80s, I think 1981, 1982, that was also the fashion, the boat necks. So I knitted a sweater and on black yarn, black acrylic yarn and grey. And then I did 8 rows of black, 2 rows grey. 8 rows black, 2 rows grey. And that sweater I used a lot. My mother did help me sometimes with a few rows, but when it was done, I always wore that sweater. So I knitted another one, also black, but then with pink color. Black, pink, black, pink. And also that sweater I wore a lot. Such a pity that I didn't keep them. Later in my life I throw them away. That's wel jammer. So 2 years ago I thought maybe I can knit that sweater again, but ta-da! It was a little bit like this. In this piece I did a lot of black because I didn't want it to be so colorful. And in this sweater I do 8 rows. So the cuff, then I think 2 rows, and then the grey, then 8 rows black, then 4 rows pink. So I did a combination a little bit different. And I finally found this whip again. It was lying for almost 2 years in my basket. And now this week I thought, and now I'm going to make the, how do you call this in English? The neck line. But I didn't do a boat neck this time. Now I know how to do a round neck, and I knitted the cuff this week and it's fitting perfect. And now I sewn the pieces together because it was in 2 pieces. Beetje old school. And now I'm going to knit the cuffs, the sleeves in the round. But then I couldn't find my shorties, so I ordered new shorties, and now I can start it. They came with a post yesterday, because that's better for sleeves. And when I'm going to do that, hopefully I will, in a few weeks, I will end this sweater finally, because it was fitting really good. When I was in front of the mirror this week, I thought, wow, I like it, and now I like it to finish it. And when it's finished before February 2024, then I have it ready after 2 years. So this is my longer lying whip, but I think it's going to be a very nice sweater to wear. But it's 100% acrylic. So very, very affordable. The yarn I'm using, it's in my basket. I bought this basket at a thrift shop at some point. This is the yarn I'm using. Yarn in Colors Amazing. It's really affordable yarn. It's not so expensive. So that's what I thought back then. Let's try to make a sweater, but I don't want to use very expensive yarn. So that's why I chose this. I think all the balls, I've got 4 black, 2 pink and 2 grey. I think I paid €38 or so. So that's very affordable. And I got a lot left. I get filled. I think I'm going to have too much. I think that I'm going to do the sleeves only in black or some stripes at the end of the cuff of the sleeve. That's I will see that on the go. So I'm very happy that I started this longer lying whip. So when you thinking, oh, I want to knit, but yeah, the wool, the yarn is so expensive. That's what's holds me back sometimes. Not anymore, but a few years ago, acrylic yarn is fine. If you like to knit and you want to start an acrylic yarn sweater, fine. It's fitting fine. It's maybe a little bit, yeah, warmer to wear. Not a nice warmth you get from wool, but it's okay for at home. I always watch the Cozy Up girls, the Cozy Up knits, and I like Katie a lot. She's only knitting the most nice sweaters. I love it. She uses sometimes also the budget yarns, and I love the fact that she knits all the sweaters. And the sisters are sometimes, huh? Are you finished already a new sweater? I like it. And she had a sort of way to knit the sleeves. She showed it in one of the episodes, and that was the Katie way. I like that so much. She's inspiring me to knit more sweaters, also in budget yarns. So I knitted I pause. So 2 years ago, I want to start to knit something for myself, and then I thought, oh, I don't want to use the thin yarn, and it takes me so long, and so I bought bulky yarn, I think, at the wool or local yarn shop. No, sorry, this is what I didn't buy. I think this is also acrylic. Here's no real wool in it. So I knitted myself a vest, and I wanted to be an oversized vest. I don't want it to take so long, so I thought I'd take thicker needles. I think I did it on a needle 8, I think, yeah. And I made it up myself. I just did the front panel. Then I did some decreases for the neckline, and then I did the back panel, and I seamed it together. And this piece I did in one piece. Yeah, I did it in this under the arm. I did it in one piece. So this is one piece, and then I did the front panel in the front panel, and then the back, and then the sleeves. And I loved it that the sleeves are very wide. It's like a little bit like a poncho, but it's a little bit too heavy. It slips off my shoulder, and the sleeves are too wide. When I'm driving in my car, I'm always sitting in the way. So what I think, I just took it from the in the hallway. It was on the wall, lying on the kastje, on a plank. Ik weet niet hoe dat zegt. And now I think it's a really nice vest, and it's really long. It's over my butt. But maybe I'm going to knit here a cuff on, then put buttonholes in it, so I can make it together so that it won't slip my shoulders anymore. And then I'm going to knit. I take up stitches, I think, and I'm going to knit 2 together the whole round and make some cuffs on it. So that is, I'm not going to rip it out, but I'm going to remake it, and hopefully I can wear it more often, because it's really nice. It's now on the cat hair, because my cat was sleeping on it. But I think I'm going to do that, and if it succeeds, I will show it later in a podcast. So that's what I knitted 2 years ago. When I was back in the knitting and was thinking from what would I like to knit. At that point I thought, oh, the thin yarns took me too long. I don't like that, and now I love that. Now I love to knit with the thinner yarns. That's what I like more than the thicker yarns. But yeah, I'm happy with that cardigan, is it? And I will make something of it, and when it's done I will show you. So that were 2 things from 2 years ago, and I'm happy. That's I call this the sweater of back in the days. Then I have evening. I have a new cast on. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. I was at the local yarn shop 2 weeks ago. I think I showed it in a previous podcast that I bought these 2 balls. But she had a lot of nice colors, and they were a little bit autumnal. So I bought a few balls with it. Even kijken dat ik het niet. I don't need fault. I bought these 5 colors. It's a really nice, it's tweed from Borgo di Passi. I will show you the ball band. So, and what do I knit with this shawl? Shawl with this yarn. A shawl. And it is the shawl from Amy Palko, the Gallus shawl. So I started with this color, this nice autumnal brown. Oh, I love it. They say that these are not my colors because I'm a winter type, but I like these colors, so I'm going to use it. And then the colors are maybe not in my color palette, but I can't. Maakt me niks uit. So I started the shawl. I bought the pattern. I saw it in her podcast last week. I think last week or the week before. And it's a really simple knit. There are some things you have to do, and it's really easy to memorize. So this is my easy knit for when I feel like just knitting. And I love it. The yarn, oh yeah. The green one I'm going to use in the middle. That was the advice. The color you want to see closest to your face, you have to do it in the middle. And because I have green eyes, the green is good, looking good on me. The yarn, it is Millie. It's called Millie. She's in the shop. She says it's tweed. It is from Borgo di Passi, Di Passi. It's an Italian brand. It's very affordable. That's really cool. And it is even kijken. Oh, het is 50% wool. Ja, wool. 50% wool. 25 acrylic and 25 polyester. So that's what it makes affordable. And she advises me when your shawl is ready, you have to put it in a eucalyptus, and then the yarn will soften up. Because it feels a little bit rustic now. And she says when you give it a bath, you block it, it will feel a lot softer. So that's what I'm going to do, of course. But first we have to knit the shawl. So that was my new cast on, and I love it. It's a really nice knit. I love the pattern. I will link the pattern under this video if you didn't heard of it. I can show you on. This is the shawl. I think she uses 5 colors or 6, but I have 5 colors, so I will. I think 5 you need, and you can use any yarn, fingering weight or DK weight. It depends on the yeah, the yarn size, how big the shawl's gonna get, so that's nice. And I think this is like a DK weight yarn. It's thicker than, yeah, the recommended needle is 4 or 4.5. I use 4. So that's my new cast on and I love it. It's living in my sweet bag, my autumnal bag from Door mij met liefde. She's on Instagram. She made these lovely bags and I bought it in the sale last year and I love it. That's where it's living in. Yeah, and so I thought, because she makes such lovely bags, I was going to her Instagram again and I saw another nice bag. I was searching for a Christmas bag with Christmas sweaters on it. I was searching on Etsy. I'm a little bit Etsy addict. Every night before I go to sleep, going to scroll on Etsy and look at project bags, and sometimes I buy something, but not always. But I like to see what's on sale, and so I was searching for a bag with the Christmas sweaters on it. But the only one I found was in America, and then the shipping costs are a lot. So then I thought, maybe I can look for Dutch makers. And then I thought, oh yeah, Lieselot from my Door mij met liefde. Maybe I can look on her Instagram. And then I found a lovely bag and I bought it from her. It's the same as the other one. This is the mini size. This is the medium size and this is the small size. It's perfect for the sock project and I'm going to use it after Halloween. I love it. It's such a nice bag. So nice made. So if you like to follow her on Instagram, she's Dutch. Door mij met liefde. She makes really, really nice bags. Nice and firm, not too thick, but not too thin. It's standing up. I love it. Oh yeah, there is a sock yarn in what I'm thinking I'm going to use, but that's what I will start with the end of November, beginning of December. Oh yeah, I got something from her. I got some lovely stitch markers. This was, I think, from Summer Sock Camp 2 years ago or so. I saw it on her Instagram. She gave me these little sock, a fire, a tent, a candle, a sunny, and here you see camp. So nice. So that's what I got as a present with this lovely bag. Now, yeah, then I finally hit the 500 subscribers and time for a giveaway. That's what I promised, and I have one thing to give away in this video. If you see this video and you think, oh, that's a nice thing, I want to win that, you can give a comment under this video. And you have to use the word bag, gewoon bag, simple bag, because I'm going to give this lovely vintage, made from vintage tablecloth. I made it myself. It's a lovely project bag and a tweed, very prickly tweed, yeah, dodgy bag. Ellie would say this is a dodgy bag and I love it. It's nice, really nice. The front and the back are the same. The brown here on the side is only on this side because it was a square. It was a tablecloth square and I cut this piece out. So this is what I'm going to give away in this video. If you're a Dutch viewer, you can also give a comment and make a chance to win this lovely project bag, dodgy bag. You have to use the word bag. And I'm going to, in about 2 weeks, so you have 2 weeks time from today off. It's 28th of September. Maybe I'll close this on 12 October. That's my son's birthday. So if you want to win this nice bag, you have to leave a comment before 12 October 2023. So you can, maybe you win this lovely bag. I made a handle on it from the tweed fabric. So use the word bag en you make kans op. Maak kans op. Hoe zeg je dat nou? You participate in this giveaway. I'm using another word when I can. So sometimes when I look my English podcast back, I always think that's what you have to say, but now it's not coming in my head. But I hope you know what I mean. Super nice. I think it's super nice. Oh yeah, and I used a nice, also like a vintage. It's a new. I bought it new, but it gives such a vintage look. Ja, hoe zeg je dat nou weer? Lintband. So, dus super nice that you will comment on my video, like and subscribe if you if you see this video first and you didn't see my videos before. I would love to share it. You can share it if you like it, and my channel will grow, hopefully. Even denken hoor, heb ik nog niks? Did I forget something? No, I think I told everything today what I wanted to talk about. Did I have some acquisitions? Yeah, that was the little lovely bag. That was my acquisition this week. And I bought something. I bought something in the thrift shop. And I loved it. It's a little embroidery flowery with the strawberries. So that's what I'm going to use, or in a project bag. I don't know yet, but I loved it. And I bought a book from Instaproof. Here's all the tips and tricks you can use for your Instagram account. I love this book. So that were my acquisitions. Yeah, and the needles, but that was what I really needed for the sleeves. Yeah, and the balls. I had 2 colors already. This one, and the other 3 colors I bought this week. Okay. Yeah. So that was it for the knitting. Yeah, what I said in the beginning of the video, I have I think about 15 whips. 4 of them are blankets. The rest, some things are longer lying whips, but that's okay. And the rest is active, and that is what I showed you this week. That was what I actively worked on. Next week my new job starts. If you don't like to hear what I do, in my daily life, you can stop here, and I will thank you for watching. And yeah, I'm starting my new job next week. I am going to work at the grocery store. I'm so excited to start. Tuesday, it's my first day, and I will do a week vlog next week, because I don't know if I'm on Thursdays. I'm going to work all day, so I don't know when I've got the time to upload the week vlog, and I think it's going to be in the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So you will see that sooner rather than later. I think Saturday or Sunday. So next week I'm going to film little pieces of how I bike to my job, what I do in the evening, and wear a knit on, and that's what you get from me next week. And then the week after, I'm trying to tape a new podcast, English and Dutch. Now I'm drinking my water. Yeah, this week was my last week that I didn't have to work, but it was a busy week. We had a lot of things going on. I went to my dad's house, I went to my sister, I went to the dentist, I had a few of that appointments. I went to my boyfriend. It's always nice, chill. So yesterday it was a very busy day, and I was a little bit, it gets me a little bit angry. There was so much going on that I didn't have the time to sit and knit. I didn't knit a lot yesterday, and that's not what I'm going to do. Normally I always knit in the evening and during the day in the little, when I feel like it. So that's going to be different, of course, in the future, because I'm going back to work again. But I will knit in the morning when I wake up, a half an hour, and when I come home in the evening. That's what I certainly will do. Yeah, and I'm very excited to start my new job. It's so unreal that you have a new job and new colleagues, and I love it. I can't wait to start. That's what it is. And I think that that was it for this week. I don't have anything more to say. Maybe I forget something. That's always when I push the button and 10 minutes later I think, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. But yeah, then you get it the next time. So I will thank you for watching. I put a few snippets behind this video from, filmed a few pieces last week, and that's what you're going to see next. And thank you for watching. Hopefully to see you again next time. Happy knitting! Good morning. It's Monday morning, about 7:30. I'm knitting on my Oslo hat because I have to do 5 centimeters and then I can decrease. And I want it to be done hopefully this week. And Pocky is lying with me. So that's what we're doing on this Monday morning. Good evening. It is Monday evening. I cleaned up this cupboard and I put my Cozy's Memories blanket and my shawls, a few of my shawls in here so that I can take them when I need it, because then it's when it's cold. And I cleaned up the whole thing, so that was a good thing, because the next week I'm going to be back at work and I had the feeling that I have to do it right now. And yesterday I cleaned up here and I found some things back that I needed for my cargill caul that's on my needles. I didn't know where the needles were, but I found them. This project bag I put in new drawstrings because they were too small. This is a super nice little bag, and I put my 2mm needles in it because I'm going to knit sneaker socks again on that needle. So yeah, I have everything cleaned up. And now here are all the sock balls. Here are my books and some fabrics. Now that it's a little bit nice and cozy. Yeah, I did the lamp on for the light. So that's what I'm busy with, and it's the last week, and then I'm going back to work. So it's exciting. I like it. Oh yeah, when I was cleaning I found this sweater again. This is acrylic sweater. I started it last February, 2 years ago, and it's the sweater of back in the days. When I was younger, when I was 14, I knitted myself a sweater, black and gray, and I did another one with black and this kind of pink. And those two sweaters I wore a lot. So 2 years ago I thought, I will make that again. I don't use a pattern. I'm making that up myself. But I finally knitted the second of the back panel, and now I'm doing the cuff on the where your head pops out. And then I'm going to knit the sleeves on. I already seamed the side pieces together, so yeah, I like it, and I hope it is maybe in the not too distant future finished. Morning, it is Tuesday, 26th September. I'm on my way to my dad, and I saw these woods, and I thought, oh, I stop here. Normally I stop further down the road. This is the last Tuesday that I can go to my dad's house, because next week I have a job, so we'll have to pick another day or time. Normally I always go on Tuesdays. So I'm enjoying this super nice wood, and I'm going to bike on and drink coffee at my dad's house. See you later. So I will stop here for a moment. This is the normal spot I always stop. You see the lawn mowers, how do you call it? And you smell the fresh grass, the fresh smell of grass. And a good friend that passed away last month said the best smell is the smell of fresh mown lawn grass. So it reminds me of Remco. It's a good day today. I'm going to my dad now. Goodbye, good evening, good morning. Look at this sweet view from the Dutch cows. I love it. This is near my house, and I like to see the cows in the wei. Hoe zeg je dat? On the land. Went to the thrift shop for the last time, because next week I have to work. I love it. Afternoon. Look what I found in the thrift shop. A nice, really nice box. I think it's like a cigars. I think these were cigars. I don't know for sure. I will look it up. Yes, cigars. Oh, Koninklijk Sigarettenfabriek. Oh, dat is toch Nederlands. Ontzettend leuk kistje. Nice box, and that's what I bought at the thrift shop for 75 euro cents. And this book, Insta Proof, there's all the tips and tricks for Instagram. I thought it might come in handy. And at the other thrift shop I found this super nice embroidered, little flowery. I love it. So I will put this in on the wall somewhere. So that's what I found, and now I'm going to drink coffee. Oh yeah, and when you made it until here, I close this vlog and I tell you about this, it's in this package Thursday in my podcasts. Thank you for watching, and see you later.